The Vrex delegation had traveled 17 parsecs to witness what they called the human anomaly. Commander Zethkar stood at the observation deck of the orbital station, his 4 eyes fixed on the planet below where thick, toxic clouds swirled endlessly. Behind him, his science officer Nala trembled, a natural response for any Vrex when contemplating what lay beneath those clouds. "Explain to me again," Zethkar rumbled, his chitinous plates clicking nervously. "Why we consider these creatures our allies?" Dr. Sarah Chen, the human liaison, stepped forward with that peculiar calm that her species always displayed. She was small by galactic standards, barely reaching Zethkar's shoulder, yet something about her presence made the massive Vrex feel oddly diminished. "Because we're the only species willing to go down there," she said simply, gesturing toward the hellscape below. "And because we always come back." The planet Morgast 7 was a nightmare made manifest. Its atmosphere contained enough sulfuric compounds to dissolve most known starship hulls. The surface temperature averaged 200 degrees Celsius. Violent storms raged continuously, spawning tornadoes that could lift a city block. And somewhere in that chaos lived the Devourers, creatures so terrifying that the mere mention of their name caused 14 different species to flee their home systems. Yet humanity had volunteered to establish a mining colony there. "The preliminary scans are complete," Nala reported, her voice shaking. "The Devourer population has increased by 30% since last month. The largest specimen we've detected is—" She paused, consulting her readings. "Approximately 80 meters long." Zethkar's plates rattled involuntarily. The Devourers were apex predators that had evolved in conditions that would kill most sentient beings within minutes. They were essentially living weapons, acid for blood, diamond-hard claws, and a hunting intelligence that bordered on the supernatural. The smallest ones were the size of a transport shuttle. "And the human colony?" he asked. "Thriving," Dr. Chen replied matter-of-factly. "Population up to 12,000 now. They've established 3 new mining outposts this quarter." Through the observation deck's reinforced transparasteel, they watched as a human transport ship began its descent toward the planet's surface. No shields, no protective barriers. Just standard atmospheric entry protocols, as if they were landing on any normal world. "I still don't understand," Zethkar muttered. "What drives your species to seek out such places? Is it greed? Some form of madness?" Dr. Chen was quiet for a moment, watching the ship disappear into the roiling clouds. "Have you ever heard of Earth's deep ocean trenches, Commander?" "No. Places on our homeworld where the pressure would crush your ship like paper. Completely dark. Temperatures near freezing. No breathable atmosphere for us either." She smiled slightly. "We built submarines and went down anyway, found entire ecosystems thriving in conditions we thought were impossible for life. But why? Because it was there. Because someone said it couldn't be done." She turned to face him. "Because sometimes the most hostile places hide the most valuable treasures." As if summoned by their conversation, an emergency alert began blaring through the station. The main view screen flickered to life, showing a feed from the planet's surface. Through the grainy, static-filled image, they could see the human mining complex, a cluster of reinforced domes connected by covered walkways. And surrounding it were the Devourers. Dozens of them, each one a nightmare of scales, claws, and teeth. The largest specimen, the 80-meter behemoth that Nala had detected, dominated the center of the pack. Its roar shook the camera feed. a sound so primal and terrifying that several Vrex officers immediately fled the observation deck. "They're trapped," Nala whispered. "The humans are trapped." Zethkar watched in fascination and horror as the monsters began their assault on the complex. Energy shields flared and sparked under the onslaught. Emergency sirens wailed. It should have been a massacre. But then something extraordinary happened. The main airlock of the central dome opened, and a single human figure emerged, not in a protective suit, not in powered armor, just standard mining gear and what appeared to be a handheld plasma torch. The human, a woman, Zethkar realized, walked directly toward the 80-meter Alpha Devourer. The creature fixed its multiple eyes on her, opened its massive maw, and released a roar that registered on the station's sensors 17,000 kilometers away. The human didn't stop walking. "What is she doing?" Nala gasped. Dr. Chen leaned forward, her expression intense. "Her job." The devourer struck with blinding speed, its massive claws descending toward the tiny figure. At the last possible second, the human rolled aside, brought up her plasma torch, and delivered a precise cut to the creature's leg joint. The monster stumbled, roared again, and swung its tail in a devastating arc. Again, the human moved with impossible timing. Not fast enough to avoid the blow entirely, but positioning herself so that the tail's impact sent her flying toward the creature's head rather than into the ground. She landed on its snout, ran up its face, and drove the plasma torch directly into its primary eye. The Alpha Devourer's death scream sent the entire pack into retreat. More humans emerged from the complex now, efficiently herding the remaining creatures away from the mining site with coordinated plasma fire. Within minutes, the crisis was over. The pack disappeared into the toxic storms, and the humans returned to their work as if nothing had happened. The observation deck was silent except for the soft clicking of Vrex plates, their species equivalent, of nervous laughter. "She killed it," Zethkar said finally. "An 80-meter apex predator, and she killed it with a mining tool." "That's Jenny Morrison," Dr. Chen said proudly. "Former Marine, current mining foreman. She's got 3 kids back on Earth and a degree in xenobiology. Also makes the best coffee in the sector." "But how? The size difference alone—" "Commander," Dr. Chen interrupted gently, "let me tell you about our homeworld. Earth has produced creatures that make your devourers look like pets. We've shared our planet with everything from microscopic viruses that could wipe out civilizations to apex predators that hunted our ancestors for sport. We've survived ice ages, asteroid impacts, supervolcanic eruptions, and each other." She gestured toward the planet below, where human civilization continued to thrive in conditions that would terrify most of the galaxy. "We don't seek out hostile worlds because we're crazy or greedy, Commander. We seek them out because that's what humans do. We look at the impossible and ask, why not? We see monsters that would send entire fleets running, and we pack a lunch and go say hello." Zethkar stared at the view screen where mining operations had already resumed. "And this is why the Galactic Council values your alliance so highly." "Among other reasons," Dr. Chen agreed. "After all, when the real monsters come, the ones that threaten civilized space, who would you rather have standing between them and your homeworld? A species that runs from danger, or one that walks toward it?" The Vrex commander considered this as he watched another human transport ship begin its descent toward the hell world below. No hesitation, no fear protocols, no special preparations, just humans being human. "Dr. Chen," he said finally. "I believe I'm beginning to understand why the rest of the galaxy finds your species so unsettling." She smiled, that peculiar, human expression that could mean anything from friendliness to imminent violence. "Commander, you haven't seen anything yet,"